1 year and 11 months. 1 year and 11 months is how long it took me to become a Channel Awesome producer. For 1 year and 11 months, I worked my ass off producing one video every week, and at the end of each month, I would send all those links to Rob Walker as an addition packet to hopefully gain a spot on Channel Awesome. I did that for a year and 11 months until it finally happened. I don't think any of the other producers worked as hard to specifically get on the site. And I say this to illustrate that I'm not making this decision lightly. So before I say anything, before I reveal my reasons for leaving Channel Awesome, I want to say right off the bat that I don't have any traumatic stories or incidents to reveal here. While my experience with Channel Awesome hasn't always been perfect, I never experienced any kind of abuse or any kind of trauma that made me consider leaving the site before. My only real grievance, and it's somewhat minor, is that often I would feel neglected and out of the loop, which is something that you're going to hear a lot throughout this video. Often stuff would happen with the website, major stuff like what's happening right now, and I wouldn't be told. Often there would be an event or a video or some kind of a special that would include a lot of the producers from the site, and I wouldn't be included, and I wouldn't find out about it until the video or whatever it was appeared on the site. And a lot of the times, and this was really embarrassing, but a lot of the times I would find out information about the site or about events that were happening or just things in general from the fans, from you guys. So yeah, my one real grievance is that the communication was always somewhat poor. It got a little better, this last year or so, I have to admit. Anytime I would contact them, I would get a response promptly. But as far as people contacting me and giving me information, when I first started, that didn't last very long. At first, Rob Walker would always contact me, let me know how people were reacting to my videos, give me tips as far as what I could do better, that sort of thing, which was very much welcome, no complaints there. Then suddenly it shifted to Holly Brown contacting me, which was fine. Anytime there was any issue with anything, she would be the one to contact me. But then Holly Brown left Channel Awesome. And that was it. And from that point on, again, until very recently, until about last year, 2017, I would rarely hear from anybody from Channel Awesome. So when I had a question, my instructions were to go on Skype and ask people. Just ask anybody that was on Skype. And anytime we would go on Skype and ask any questions, any trouble that I had, any issues that I was having with Channel Awesome, the first, and for the most part, the only person who would answer would always be Linkara. Now, Linkara is not part of the administration of Channel Awesome, which is very important that you understand that. So a guy who doesn't know me, who gains nothing from taking time out of his busy schedule to help me out continuously was the guy that worked as the ambassador for Channel Awesome to me. Constantly helping me out, answering my questions, steering me in the right direction, that sort of thing. And that was a constant throughout my time at Channel Awesome. The only reason I was a part of that guy with the glasses or Channel Awesome holiday video was because Linkara was in charge of it, and he made sure that I was informed and if I wanted to participate. It is no accident that Linkara was the first person that I crossed over with. Because like I said, he was very dependable, always answering my emails, my messages. Immediately, he was the first person on Channel Awesome that I gained the phone number of. So that was always a constant. That was pretty much a summary of my experience with Channel Awesome and their administration, outside of doing the crossover with Doug, which again I didn't really deal with the administration. And there were 2 occasions where Mike Michaud called me to give me some information, but he did all the talking. He just gave me a bunch of information, and that was it. But again, it was because I had requested his phone call. It wasn't that they called me out of the blue to give me information. So, fast forward to the present, and just, 6 months ago or so, I get an email asking me if I want to be a part of the Channel Awesome 10th anniversary special. Now, for those of you who don't know, I did a whole video about this on my Patreon page. The reason why I was so desperately wanting to be on Channel Awesome was because I wanted to be part of one of those specials. I know it's silly, nobody gets much out of it, you don't get paid to be in those. It's just an opportunity to work with the other producers, to learn from them, to collaborate from them in something that all the fans will see. So I always wanted to do that. So of course I said yes immediately. And then after that, suddenly I started getting a lot of messages and a lot of information from them. For the first time, I felt wanted. Like I was wanted there. Never before did I truly feel that way. So I'm getting constant emails, letting me know stuff, giving me information. They sent me the script, sent me the information for the plane tickets, that sort of thing, what my accommodations are going to be, so on and so on. It was good to be in the loop. Then suddenly, just a few days ago, out of the blue, I get another email, and the email is the Channel Awesome 10th anniversary has been canceled. Now, that's pretty much the entire email. They didn't actually give me a reason for why it was canceled. The email said that for compounding reasons, the 10th anniversary special has been canceled. And an apology, that sort of thing, which is fine. But that right there, it made me feel like I had taken 3 steps forward and 11 steps back. Because, yeah, they contacted me, but once again, they let a vital piece of information out of this message. Like, why did this happen? Why did they not take a moment to explain to me why this happened? I've been working on learning this script for months. The last 4 weeks, I have intensively dedicated an hour every day to learning my lines and writing notes and all that sort of stuff. So I felt robbed and annoyed. So in order to vent, I shot the aforementioned video that I mentioned for my Patreon page, just letting the fans know what had happened, that I was no longer going to be in the 10th anniversary special. But I didn't know why. I wasn't privileged to know the reason why. After I posted that video, just a few minutes after that, I get a text, once again, from Linkara. And the text was along the lines of, the 10th anniversary has been canceled. Angry Joe didn't know. Do you know the reason why it was canceled? And so once I got this text, I'm like, wait a minute. So even somebody like Joe was out of the loop, one of the most valuable players, one of the most successful YouTube personalities, one of their most important contributors was out of the loop. So that made me feel a little better, but not as much because, Angry Joe is a very talented guy who brings a lot to the table and should be treated a lot better. So that right there caught me really off guard. But I was intrigued by Linkara's message, so I immediately, as soon as I got home from work, I called him. And so he took my call and he explained to me very plainly that the reason that the 10th anniversary had been canceled is because about 25 to 26 Channel Awesome producers quit at the same time. And that made up about 75% of the cast of the anniversary special. So with so many members of the cast missing, they had no choice but to cancel the special. And then Linkara proceeded to systematically explain to me why each of those individuals left the site. And oh my god, guys, look, after I learned this, I know that there's a document going around outlining some of these reasons, but trust me, that's just the tip of the iceberg, and Linkara laid some truth on me that was both impactful and disturbing. And while I'm extremely lucky that I didn't experience what a lot of the producers experience, I still feel hurt that I was so in the dark about all this. And I know a lot of you can't understand how somebody from the site, somebody that has access to the internet, wouldn't be aware of this stuff. Well, like I said, not only did they keep me in the dark and not really tell me much of anything, but I'm not a social media person. I don't go snooping around people's Twitter or Facebook. There's a Facebook with the Blockbuster on it, but I don't go on it. If there's a question for me, the administrators, my good friend Eugenia, who does all my images, and my wife, Marcia, they'll let me know. It's like, hey, the fans asked this question, what should we tell them? But I'm not a social media person. When I get a wacky email that sounds like some silly rumor, I don't entertain it. I don't even look at it. I don't entertain rumors. I entertain facts. I don't ignore the people who are actually involved. And Linkara is one of those people that's actually involved. He was physically there during a lot of these incidents, during a lot of the moments when these grievances took place. And even the moments where he wasn't physically there, he was kind enough to provide me with evidence backing up the claims via email, just documents and screenshots and all this stuff proving what he was talking about. So I wouldn't feel like he was trying to trick me into joining all these producers' side. And so, and also, our conversation was very civilized. We weren't talking smack about any other people from the Channel Awesome administration. It was just literally him telling me, this is what happened to all these individuals. This is what I saw. And just in case you need evidence, here's this, okay? It really did happen. And he was doing all this to make sure that I knew, to make sure that I was informed, okay? As he has always done, as he has always helped me out. And then on top of all that, while we were on the phone, he asked me to get on Skype, and I get on Skype, and all these Channel Awesome producers are there, and a lot of them went on to confirm a lot of the stuff that Linkara told me. So not only is he a guy that I trust, not only is he a guy who has never lied to me for 6 years, but he made sure that I knew, that I understood that what was happening was serious, that what was happening was true, that it had affected more than a handful of people, and that when it was time for me to make a decision for me to stay or go, that it was an informed decision. Okay? So after that phone call, the thing that I fought for a year and 11 months, I decided to let that thing go, and just walk away. And when I sent in my resignation, the reasons that I outlined for leaving were, an abridged, very simple version of this. I didn't want to write a paragraph that I knew nobody's going to read a paragraph. They were probably just going to read my resignation and then be like, okay, ERod's gone. And if I'm still there on the site, if you go right now, I'm still there, it's because they haven't updated it yet. But I sent them my resignation, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm not turning in any videos to them this month. But the reasoning for me leaving, what I explained to them, which is what I'm going to share with you, which is 100% true, just not as elaborate as what you've seen here. It's been a long time. It's been about 3 years or so that I have not made any revenue from my videos, okay? Ever since Blip fell, I have tried to find, another website, somebody else to collaborate with, to find a partnership with, but that hasn't worked. And for a long time, I've been making these videos 100%, for free without getting any kind of revenue from them. All right, so the videos that I produce for Channel Awesome, I do them for 3 reasons. I make them because A, I love to entertain you guys. B, because of the potential of getting to collaborate with other producers. And C, because I enjoy doing it. It brings me a satisfaction and a joy that is undescribable. But as of late, a lot of the viewers have been leaving. As of late, a lot of the producers have been exiting the site. And as of late, I just haven't been enjoying myself doing this. It's just been pretty depressing, shocking time to be doing this. And so for those reasons, I had to go. You shouldn't do something if you don't love it. And I just didn't love making videos for Channel Awesome anymore. It's whatever that special thing was that made me fall in love with that site, it was gone. With that said, on the flip side of that, when the going was good, it was great. And for the most part, man, I loved being on Channel Awesome. I love being able to tell people that I was on that site. For 3 years of my life, I was happy. I can honestly say that for 3 years, I was happy. And that was largely due to Channel Awesome. The video that I shot with Doug, the Transformers crossover, going to Chicago, staying in his house, meeting his wife, meeting Rob, meeting the people that Doug produces the videos with, working with him. That was a fantastic experience, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. But when you love something, you have to be willing to let it go, and it's time to let this go. I have run out of reasons to stay on this site. Yeah, I was not wronged directly, but all these people that I love and admire were wronged. And towards the end of our conversation, Linkara told me, hey, whatever you decide, I'll respect. If you decide to stay with Channel Awesome, none of the producers are going to hate you. We're going to respect your decision. I just wanted you to be informed, okay? So you wouldn't be clueless about what's going down. And I told him, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until, the Channel Awesome administration makes a statement to see if hopefully they'll make things right. And then after they do that, after they make their move and see how they're going to try to fix this, Then I'll make my decision. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. They just posted a thing on the site right now called Our Response, and it's just a rebuttal to a lot of the accusations, as opposed to what they should have done, which is an apology followed by an offer to try and make amends with the producers. I don't see why we couldn't all just sat down, have a conference call, and have a civilized conversation. We're all very intelligent individuals, and come to some kind of a compromise here. But that didn't happen, and it doesn't look like it will happen. So as much as it hurts me to say it, I'm done. I'm just done with Channel Awesome for the foreseeable future. So, what's the fate of the Blockbuster Buster? What's the future of the Blockbuster Buster? The Blockbuster Buster will keep going, guys. As long as you guys allow it, as long as you guys support me, as long as I have patrons, as long as I have viewers, I will keep going. I will keep making the videos. I promised you guys an 8th season and a 300th episode, and we are doing that shit no matter what. This weekend, I am going to have a meeting with my fellow, Blockbuster Buster producers, Eugenia and Billy Joe, and we are gonna start hashing out what that first episode is gonna be like. Like I said, I'm just gonna take a little break for the next few weeks, and I'm not gonna come out with any Blockbuster videos this month. I will still come out with my honest review of Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold for my Patreon page. That will still happen this month. And then, but right now, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna unpack a lot of the stuff that I've learned, a lot of the shocking stuff that Linkara shared with me, and just gonna take a little bit of time to heal emotionally. But this coming month in May, we're gonna hit the ground running. We're gonna start working on those Blockbuster Buster episodes, and sometime before the end of the month there will be a trailer, and at the end of the month the first episode of Blockbuster Buster Season 8 will be posted on the official Blockbuster Buster YouTube channel, or maybe Daily Motion. I'll let you guys know what my decision will be on that. There will be trailers and there will be information, and I'll make sure to keep you guys informed. Maybe not as well or as diligently as Linkara kept me informed all these years, but I'll always do my best to keep you guys in the loop. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, guys. You are my rock. You always keep me going. And it's been a pleasure entertaining you all this time, and I just hope to keep doing it. Just not anymore through Channel Awesome. More than likely, like I said, through YouTube or Daily Motion. Stay tuned to find out the details on that. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. God bless. And thank you for supporting me, because I could not do what I do without you.